Because if you're out in the middle of the ocean and you're taking a picture of a dolphin, they're mostly likely to get a chance to see that course open. So what a researcher can do, they can actually compare all those pictures to what they've already taken. And that actually allows them to identify an individual animal, even if they don't get close to them. Now, then you can also have here in this observation deck, we actually have pictures of all our dolphin marsupials. So you can practice being IDing or helping to ID the dolphins, see if you can be a researcher. Now we're going to have our dolphins show off their speed. So this is Jane showing up just how fast they can go. And dolphins can swim really fast. And right now, I think it's about 25 miles an hour. That's really impressive. Human or a person, we can only swim about 2 miles an hour. So like Michael Phelps, who trains really hard, we get almost 5 miles per hour. But again, dolphins, 25 miles an hour, much faster. And as they're swimming, you've got those that move those tails up and down. Now that's different from fish like a shark. Those dolphins move their tails side to side. So as Donnie and Mine are showing off, that's up and down motion. Now all the dolphins are swimming by their backs, but they can also swim on their bellies. They can swim spinning. They can swim in a lot of different ways. Again, but all of it allows them to swim so very quickly. Now the tails are power source. They can actually support their entire body weight using just that tail. They can also use those pectoral fins on the side as steering wheels and as brakes. So not only can they swim super fast, 25 miles an hour, they can stop when they start. Now those pectoral fins they're showing off today, that braking system. Now the really cool thing about those pectoral fins, if you were to x-ray them, actually there are bones in them, just like we have in our hands. It's just that they're connected by kind of cartilaginous tissue. So kind of like when you swim, you never swim with your fingers spread open, because the water just goes through it. It would be very efficient. You always hold your fingers closed there, so like dolphins are getting the ones that are there. They just get with those fins as well. Now I do want to inform you guys, if you are seated in the first 4 rows, or are sleeping along the railing, you are in our splash zone area. Now this is the dolphin can actually splash with that powerful tail, or by jumping out of the water and using their entire body. So if you want to be guaranteed dry, you want to be heading up to higher and drier ground. Now this is true when we're working with our dolphins, but it's also true when they're having their own free time. They can definitely splash whenever they want, and they're excellent at it. Now a lot of people think of dolphins, they think of these amazing jumps, and that is something that researchers have actually been working on, trying to figure out just how it is that dolphins are able to get their body out of the water so quick. We got Honey and Spirit to show off the power of this tail. See just how easy it is for them to move that water. There is over 1 billion gallons of water in this system, so there's a lot of water to share with all of you. This is a different style of same idea. Now you can see that each dolphin, each of them can do it through their behaviors. Each of them is clear every way of doing it. So we're going to have Jade coming over here to the side. She's a pretty interesting one to watch. She's a little bit different, a little bit more frantic than the other dolphins, but she has the biggest fluke for hair. Oh, wow.
This gives them really credit when they go outside.
These actually provide indications when a dolphin leaps out of the water, it smacks their side or their back, and it creates a big splash, but also creates a really big sound. And that sound does travel faster through water than it does through air. So it could be a great way of talking to a whole group of dolphins. Now this is the last way we've shaken off parasites for dolphins that are found in the ocean. They don't have hands, they can't scratch if they have an itch. So that big splash that they make can then also allow them to get it head vibration at any part of the itchy. I have to shake off whenever they can. Now dolphins also leave out of the water to increase their speed. They do what's called porpoising. They actually jump out of the water. I think it's actually going to be a vertical spin action. So that's how the behaviors that we're not sure why dolphins are just
Igual va a salir.
and enter back in the water without having to get slowed down at all. So it's a pretty incredible thing they can do. Now all of these behaviors are also a form of exercise that show us off. And yes, exercise is important for dolphins, just like for people. When our animals go the most strong muscles to move those bodies around. You can see eyes on your left, not on your right, but they look a little bit different. Nani's our darkest dolphin. Mine's one of our lightest. Nani's also our largest dolphin. She weighs in at over 555 pounds. So there's a complete size difference. Spirit is up there in the front. She is our secondary dolphin. She's Nani's daughter. She's already 425 pounds. And she's a little bit of a size difference there. Then we also have James with our longest dolphin at 415 feet. And I've also heard vocalizations there. Our dolphins don't just splash the water, they can also make vocalizations with the full top of their head.
¿Dónde?
And now what the dolphins do things right here, we can do a couple of different things to let them know they did a good job. So we can blow them up. We can give them toys, fish, ice, jello. Anything they like, really like. Our dolphins do like jello, which is one flavor. Spirit, they really like.
¿Quieres filmar con eso?
This is Spirit right here, showing off the summer dolphin here. So not only can our dolphins rotate in the air, they can easily rotate in the water. This is really important because dolphins live for fish, and they live in a world that is 360 degrees. So those fish could be above us and each us side to side. So they've got to be able to catch those fish, and that maneuverability is really important for that. Now this is going to be Maya showing off the same behavior. Now you can tell that Spirit was kind of slow with her rotation. Maya's usually just a little bit quicker.
Yep.
Now Maya and Spirit already have sisters, so they're about the same size, but again you can see that they have very different styles.
Oh, está dando vueltas.
Or very quickly, their Spirit is a lot more methodical. So just like people, each dolphin has their own style and their way of doing things. That's one of the things that, as a trainer, it's really important to know about each individual animal. You have to know your individual student so you can really communicate with them clearly. Well, I think they're actually going to be wrapping up the session here, but I would like to have a question to all of you guys or a request. You see here at the aquarium, our goal is to take the best possible care of our dolphins. And we do this with different sessions throughout the day. We give them different toys when we get them followed through by our veterinarians. But not only do we want to give our dolphins here an excellent life, we also want to give the dolphins out in the ocean the best possible life we can. And we need everybody's help with that. So I've got a few questions for all of you. How many of you pick up litter that you see outside? Awesome. You guys are helping out dolphins. You see trash and debris, even if you live nowhere near an ocean. If you're from Kansas and you live nowhere near the coastline, you still are helping out dolphins to miss trash or debris, even if the little country can get home or washed into rivers or streams, but eventually sent to the waterways and the ocean. So picking up litter is important. Recycling is also an amazing thing to do because it takes it one step further. Now